A very good evening to our viewers. Welcome back to the United Holdings Insurance Group. We are back in following the quietening down of situations outside. Fortunately, we have received a connection to the network, which was a bit of a challenge in the past 2 weeks. And we have had some clients contacting us requesting that we actually assist with giving information on alternative means of paying premiums. So we are here today to try and give you alternative means that you can use depending on which one is convenient for you to pay your premiums, because we all know that for you to know that you are, to have a peace of mind and know that you are in a safe place, that you'll be able to get your claims, you should have your premiums paid up to date. So to make sure that our clients do not get to suffer should it happen that our branches are closed, or probably you cannot move from where you are to our branches, we have brought you the show today to try and give you tips or to give you information on how you can pay your premiums to make sure that you are up to date with your premiums for your policies. Fortunately, I'm not alone. Even today, I am with Mr. Wiedenberger and two wonderful ladies, which we are going to introduce later on. But before I go any further, let me give Mr. Wiedenberger the opportunity to say hello to our viewers at home. Good evening, Mr. Berger.
Hi, Simpiwe. It's great to be back. You know, it's amazing, Simpiwe, how we have become so dependent on internet. Our modern way of living has drastically changed. I think it is important that our viewers realize that we need to move on. We were used, a lot of our customers were used to coming to our branches to pay cash. But in the last few weeks, we realized the importance of adopting alternative ways of paying. And today we'll be talking about that. I missed you, Simpiwe. Our relationship is only online.
It's amazing how yes, it is amazing how we have been so dependent on social media. At the same time, on digital, at the same time, we also, you know, that personal touch is so important to each and every one of us. You know, calling a person on the phone to say hello, I miss you and whatnot is actually doesn't feel the same. Doesn't feel the same than seeing the person in front of you is smiling. Speaking of which, even those masks that we wear these days, you hardly see the smiles anymore. So much has changed in such a short space of time. Okay. And before I forget, today is a wonderful day. Today is a wonderful day. Our co-host, my wonderful co-host, Mr. Wiedenberger, is celebrating his birthday. He told me he's 16 years old, which I don't believe. Maybe he will tell us how old he is, but happy birthday, Mr. Wiedenberger.
Yeah, I think 16, I lied a bit. I'm 19.
Oh, okay, still a teenager at least. I hope you did enjoy your day, and what a better way to come back and interact with our clients here on the insurance group to celebrate your birthday. I will say I am quite honored to have you back here and to see that you're actually smiling and enjoying your day. I haven't seen your face in quite a while, actually. So thanks to this show that we are able to interact once again.
True, Simpiwe. It is, unfortunately, it is the new normal. We have to adapt to the new normal. And I want to say welcome to all our viewers. I'm very happy to be back. We are happy to be here. Please do join us every Thursday at 6, unless, of course, something like what happened in the last 2 weeks happens again. But we will try to be there for you every Thursday at 6 p.m. to 7 or thereabouts. We will be live bringing you the insurance scoop, hashtag insure. So Simpiwe, like you rightfully said, today we've got two ladies in the house. Unfortunately, I think one of the ladies is having a a challenge joining right now, but I see Ms. Ngabinde is in to talk about alternative means of payment. But before we go to them, Simphiwe, do you have your diary today?
It's a bit difficult to plan these days, Mr. Perry. No planning. There are some things that actually interrupt your plans. So it's a bit difficult to promise our clients what we'll be doing. But I know quite very well that tomorrow we will not have our golf tournament at the UGI Leg of Lamb. So besides that, I think we'll also be issuing notices to our clients, considering that His Majesty the King has actually called the nation to Esibayeni. So we might most of our branches will be open, but we'll be opening a bit late in the day. I think we'll be opening at 9 o'clock. Which affects probably our operations. So should it happen probably that our clients are not able to make it to the branches because there's a possibility they might not be able to, they can use the alternative methods that we'll be mentioning today to make sure that they actually also stay safe. They can come to the branches because they really need to come to the branches, especially if they have to process the claims or they need to collect something that's from the branches. Otherwise, we do encourage our clients to use the alternative means of making payments and come to the branches if there is a need to come to the branch. Of course, we also have our call center, which is always ready to assist our clients should they have any inquiries with regards to their policies. But I think I've said enough for now. Otherwise, there's nothing much happening going on going forward. I'm not quite sure yet if we're going to have our VOC program. That will also depend on the situation on the ground tomorrow. So should things be quiet, we'll be able to have our VOC program. But if things kind of are not as normal as we are used to, we will not have the program tomorrow.
Definitely. It's tricky times, Simphiwe. I certainly agree with you. But we just urge our customers to keep their ears to the ground, listen to the radio, watch out for our adverts and information on all platforms, social media platforms. We are always sending the latest updates there. If there is anything that we should want to communicate to our customers, you should expect to find it on social media. You can also expect, if it is critical and pertains to you directly, you might receive from us an SMS pertaining to such issues. Simphiwe, I think I'm going to go ahead and switch over now to our two guests. I see another guest might just be joining us. I hope that is Ms. Ngwenya, the second guest, but let me introduce for now Ms. Ngabinde. Good evening, Ms. Ngabinde. How are you today? You might need to unmute your mic.
Apologies on that one, sir. Good evening, Mr. Perry. How are you?
I'm great, Ms. Ngabinde. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me, sir.
Ms. Ngabinde is a supervisor in the collections department, so it is part of her responsibility to facilitate your payments, make sure that when you pay, those payments are processed and are accessed through to your policy, making sure the link is there. So, Ms. Ngabinde, maybe just a brief background onto the department collections at United Autos.
Okay, sir. The collections department is a department under the finance department, mainstream. Our responsibility mainly is to ensure that we have the payments received captured on each and every valid client's policy. Ours again is to encourage customers to pay on time. And if ever they have not paid or they've missed a payment, we try to remind them that there's a payment due so that at claim stage, they do not face any challenges, but they have smooth claiming sessions.
All right, that is great. I think always the bone of contention when it comes to insurance is at collection point, at claim stage. So I see Ms. Ngwenya, are you there? I thought I saw you in the meeting.
Still trying to sort out some technical challenges, Mr. Bray.
Yeah, okay. So we will proceed with Ms. Ngabinde. So, Ms. Ngabinde, what options in general are available to our customers for making payments?
Okay, so okay, I have tried to classify them into different categories. So I'll start with the bank option. So the bank option, we have your debit orders, we have your EFTs, we have your stop order stroke scheduled payments. So those are under the bank options. Then we also have the mobile money options, where you have your MTN Momo Pay, and where you also have your Imali through Eswatini mobile Swazi mobile provider. Then we also have a relationship with Building Society. For clients who have accounts at the Building Society Bank, they can actually have a stop order with their bank that every month on this particular date, please send this money to United Holdings. Then we also have group payments. If, say, we're a large family and we would like to have an insurance, a funeral insurance or whichever insurance that you'd like to have, but as a family, you can form that particular group, then maybe have a representative who will collect the money on everyone's behalf, then maybe send it to the company, to United Holdings, be it your UGI, be it your funeral, be it your health insurance. We allow that. And there's actually an advantage of having a group payment, because you then enjoy benefits of group rates as well. Then we also have treasury deduction, which is deduction from source for civil servants. So if ever you're a civil servant and you would like to have a policy within United Holdings, you can always come through our offices, share your employment number, and then it will be on our end to effect the deduction. Then you do not have to stress about it. You see it in your payslip. By the time you have the money by the time you have money or the net, it's just money for you to spend. You don't have to really withdraw it, then come pay, you know that you are covered. So basically those are the alternative payment methods that we have. Yes, we do have cash as well, because we still have clients who believe, I want to have an interaction with consultants, or I want to go back home with that receipt so that I can keep it somewhere and where I keep my documents, so that if ever anything happens to me, my children, there's that box where you have all the receipts. So basically, those are our payment methods. Those are the payment methods that are available at United Holdings.
That is quite a few, quite a number of options that our customers have. I will be taking you back maybe to every category and explore more on each one of those. But before we do that, the last one you spoke about is of particular interest in our current, in this period that we are in. Cash. Traditionally, that has been the best means for most of our customers. But why is it now that we are discouraging cash?
With the current situation of COVID, we encourage people to stay at home. We are all encouraged to stay at home, and unless you really have to go out. So us having the other alternative payment methods, we are reducing your list of things that you need to go out to do. So yes, technology, we can now do things at our own convenience. I have mobile money. I'm sitting at home. Oh yeah, I have my policy due. I need to pay for it. again, it's another thing. We're bringing convenience to the clients. You don't have to drive to your nearest branch to pay for your policies. You just know that, even if you're watching TV, as long as I know my policy number, I reference well, I just pay. So I guess that's why we are shifting away from, it's not only the COVID, but even the times as well. We are becoming a generation that's always on the go. So we're making it easy for you to do it on the go, sir.
So at United Holdings, we still have people ready to receive your cash if that is your preference. However, cash is not necessarily the best way to pay for your policy. Also, Ms. Ngabinde, cash is expensive. You withdraw your cash from your bank, it costs you money, right?
True.
So, and then you have to board a bus to transfer that money or combi or drive to take it to the branch to pay. That is also costing you money. You don't have to go through those expenses to make your policy payment. You just simply have to choose an alternative that suits you best. Mobile money that Ms. Ngabinde has spoken about is one alternative, but there are other alternatives that we will now explore. Ms. Ngabinde, let's go to the banking options. You named a few banking options. EFT, I don't know what that is. What is EFT?
Well, that is just transferring your premiums using your bank. That is, when you say it in full, is electrical fund transfer. So it's just you having the account, having the company's account. Well, we have under United Holdings, may I go into that? Under United Holdings, we have 4 different companies. So it's for you as a client to get that particular company's account that you are paying for. Because, okay, yes, we will receive the money, but it's better if I'm paying for funeral to pay under the funeral account. So basically, when you're doing your EFT, you just need to have my banking details, the company, the relevant company that you're paying for, banking details, and also have your policy number intact. If you have multiple policies, then you can always use your cell phone number. Having your cell phone number as a reference, if we cannot find you on the system using the cell phone number, we can always call you and check how good day, sir. We received a premium of, say, 1,000. Which policies were you paying for? Then we have a conversation with you. On our end, we will also then create a way of knowing that Mr. Barry pays 1,000 and his reference is his cell phone number for this. He'll be paying for this particular policies. So having the cell phone number instead of your multiple policies, or instead of you paying a single, like paying each policy, it's better to have them lumped,
so
and have that unique identifier that will enable us to contact you. So that is your EFT payment, sir.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think there was a kind of a break there, but I hope it was just on my side with the internet. So my question now was actually, the follow-up question to that was, with EFT, if I go to the bank, I make the EFT transfer, my policy is updated today if I do the payment today?
If you do the payment today, so it won't be today, but it'll be when the payment reflects in our statement. Mind you, if it takes time, if it's between banks, you may go today, but it may reflect on our bank statement today or the day after, depending on which bank you are transferring from. And we always encourage our clients that if you use the payment method if you use EFT as your preferred payment method, we then ask you to send us a proof of payment through our email, our group email, which is collections@united.co.za. So that way, one, it allows us to actually verify if you use the correct account number. And we will know, say maybe you intended on paying your funeral, however, you chose UGI's account, then we'll advise you in future and we'll be able to locate the payment because of the proof of payment that you have shared with us.
I understand that EFTs also cost you money as a customer.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
I therefore am thinking there must be a better alternative to EFT. Not that EFTs are not going to work for our customers. They will work, but they will come at a cost to you. Is there an alternative that probably is cheaper for our customer under the banking sector?
We also have your scheduled payments, sir, your stop order payment. It varies from bank to bank. I won't necessarily say it's cheaper, but when you have, for some banks, the services that you do, they only charge you one fee. So maybe you can just do that scheduled payment, choose that particular date that is suitable for you. If you know that I get paid on the 24th, then maybe I'll schedule a payment for the 26th, so that at least say maybe the 24th falls on a weekend, I know by the 25th I'll be paid. So that is why maybe you put it at a date that is a little bit not the exact pay date. So that one, I'd say it's a little bit cheaper. And for some banks, again, you can also choose the debit order payment method. They lump the charge again. So if you have your debit orders, they won't say per debit order, but they may charge as a lump. So it's to us as clients to have that knowledge as to which options are actually cheaper for me with the bank that I'm with.
Mm-hmm. So there is the option of a stop order and you said a stop order and a?
Stop order, some call it a stop order. You may also call it a scheduled payment, sir. With the stop order or scheduled payment, you just need to have our banking details. You go to your bank. If you want to do a stop order, you say on this particular day, please debit money, please credit this account with 58 Malangeni if it's a funeral cover. You can also say at your convenience, sitting there having your coffee, you do a scheduled payment using your internet banking. You choose, as long as you have the correct account number and your policy number, you're good.
So that is the added advantage of once you do it once, until you want to change something, you can let it run and you don't have to ever worry. And this is quite suitable for insurance because unfortunately, if you miss a number of payments, your policy could lapse.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's either you'll fall into a suspension or your policy will lapse, depending on how long you take, how long your policy goes without receiving premiums, sir.
All right. Great. Then you talked about the option of mobile money, which is quite convenient for a lot of us. I think from cash, naturally, I'm just thinking about myself, how I view it. Naturally, from cash, I think the easy stepping stone is to do mobile money because of the convenience of having a mobile money wallet and being able to pay through your mobile money wallet. So tell us about we have two different mobile money wallets in the country. Tell us about the two of them.
Okay, sir. They both have similar characters. That is, they fall under your bills. So when you just use the payment menu, then you select the bill, and it will give you an option of United Holdings. Then you will go for United Holdings. And we plead with clients to choose the correct company that they wish to pay for. All four companies are available. You have your funeral, which is United Life Assurance. You have your short-term, your legal, which falls under United General Insurance. Then you also have your United Health, where you can pay for your health insurance. We also have United Pay, where you can pay your repayments, your loan repayments, sir.
Great. So whichever option you choose, if your mobile money account is with MTN, Momo Pay, you've got all those options to choose depending on your policy. And how instant does this reflect on my policy?
It's okay. It's not instant as you get the SMS from MTN or from your service provider, be it MTN, be it Imali. There's a process that goes into it, but definitely 48 hours your payment should be or is reflecting on your policy. So since we are not really encouraging people moving around, you can come every after 3 months, every after 6 months, requesting for your statement, your policy statement, which will reflect the payments on the NAG. But whenever whenever we capture that your payment on the system, you will get a message, an SMS from United Holdings acknowledging that Mr. Wiedenberry, we have received this particular amount, or your policy has been paid for this particular amount. So with Momo, with Momo or Imali, it is wise that the clients use their policy number, clear policy number for referencing, because that makes it easy from our end to find you and allocate the premium well. If you use your receipt number, that would be very difficult for us to know that which customer was paying for this policy, which policy was this customer paying for. So if you have your policy number, it's easy for us to allocate the premiums on the system. So, but if maybe it would be an advice to our clients using Momo, that if ever they have these long policy numbers, they just take out the hyphen, because we've had complaints that I've been trying to put in my policy number, but it's giving me challenges. The only thing you need to do is to move that hyphen and just put all the letters and the numbers in. It will fit. From our end, we will know that, okay, there's supposed to be that hyphen there. It's fine. Your policy, your premium will be allocated perfectly.
Mm-hmm. So remove the hyphen. Ms. Ngabinde is telling us remove that hyphen. It's not necessary to put it in. We will figure it out on our side. Ms. Ngabinde, I think one of the issues that our customers have been complaining about is, or have been unsure about, let me put it that way, is that I make my mobile money payment. I get a notification that my money has been paid from, say, from Momo or from Imali. They immediately send a message. Is that good enough? Can I be guaranteed that once I have received that message, this payment is definitely going to reach United Holdings?
Definitely, sir. It's showcase, sure thing. You can even come with that I did pay Bam. If you're an old lady, you can come to us. That is just proof enough that we have definitely received your premiums. Be it you selected the wrong company, we have received. The fact that you got that notification from MTN or from Eswatini Mobile, we have received your premiums. I can say that again and again and again. Your money is with United Holdings and you are covered. Your policy is good.
Definitely, Ms. Ngabinde, I think this has been a question troubling a lot of people. Once you receive that message from your mobile money wallet service provider, you are guaranteed that your payment has been sent through. You might have made a mistake on your policy and so on, but we will try to figure it out. If we can't figure it out, the least we will do is to call you and say, we received a payment, we are not so sure which policy you were paying, and then we can talk it through and it will be sorted. However, Ms. Ngabinde, what also happens is once that money has been processed by United Holdings, our customers should receive a message. Talk to me about that.
Yes, sir. Once your payment is captured on the system, you will get an SMS, a confirmation SMS with the amount that you paid and your policy number saying, thank you for paying policy number ABC. And then you'll be able to then that is another confirmation. So it's a double confirmation that your premium was paid.
So this is just to assure you that your payment has been processed and your policy is now up to date. I think that is straightforward. Let's move on, Ms. Ngabinde. I think we have basically touched on most of these payment issues, but I do have a few questions that have been sent by customers from time to time, which I would like us to go through maybe and deal with. But before I do that, Simphiwe, welcome back.
I've been here.
We can actually see you sleeping.
I can't sleep on the job, say no, I can't.
Simphiwe, I take it you might have some questions posed by customers on the platform.
We have Sitembile that has been engaging with us. She just had some comments on them. The first comment that she had was that she has experienced some problems as some policies, and she wasn't able to pay some policies on the Eswatini mobile Imali platform. So she was requesting that we address probably the issue with Eswatini mobile, so that as clients, they're able to pay their policies conveniently. And then the other one was that she was appreciating the Eswatini mobile platform, that they're able to actually get confirmation of the policy holder when they're paying the policy. So she was applauding that, and she suggested that probably we engage MTN to probably do a similar arrangement for them to know that they're actually paying the right policy, than making an error within a 1 or a 2 somewhere within the policy number. So they're able to confirm the policy holder before they actually confirm the payment. So it is to appreciate, I guess, it is to say to Eswatini Mobile for that. We are hoping MTN will also assist with that, so that clients do not pay premiums to a wrong policy. I think for now, let me continue to check what I have on my side, because apparently today we are actually getting some engagements from our clients, and Sitembile is kind of engaging quite more than at the other clients we have. It is actually to encourage our viewers to post their comments and also their question on the comment section below, so that we can be able to address them should they have any questions, because this is a platform for everyone to be able to get clarification if they need any clarification or get assistance with regard to their policies. This is Know Your Insurer, so yes, we are here to assist.
Thanks, Simphiwe. Yes, I think on the issue of confirming the policy at the time of payment, I think it is something that we are working on with MTN. An alternative, definitely, that will be activated in the near future. So, Ms. Ngabinde, I've got a number of questions, like I said earlier on. One of the most common question is, what happens if I default on my premium payment? I think we touched a bit on it.
Okay. When your policy goes without premiums for a month under United Life Assurance, you will have a tiny penalty of a 3 months waiting period. So that's why we always encourage our clients to be at least a month ahead, so that say something happens, you know that my insurance is covered. I know that I'm a month ahead or 2 or 3 months ahead. It is allowed to pay way in advance. We can only allow you to pay up to 12 months, however, not beyond that. But if you have the capacity and have the money, it is wise that you pay months in advance, so that you do not find yourself facing penalties like your 3 months waiting period for ULA, for United Life Assurance, that's their funeral. And for United Health United Health Insurance, with them, you then suffer a suspension. That is, if you want to use your medical aid, now you won't be able to use it because of payments that are due. Hence, we advise you to ensure that your policies are always up to date, so that you do not face suspension, or you do not experience your 3 months waiting period. So.
Thank you, Ms. Ngabinde. I think Mr. Pereira had just a glitch on his internet. I'm not sure if we are back yet, Mr. Pereira. Oh, we should proceed.
I am back. I actually thought you guys were the ones who were lost, but it turns out like I was the one who was lost.
Welcome back home.
So I apologize for that. I think it's just the internet playing up. Yeah, Ms. Ngabinde was explaining just on the issue of premium payments, and I think I had understood the gist of your response, Ms. Ngabinde. One follow-up question that normally comes up is, okay, I have paid 12 months in advance, which we encourage customers, please pay up your policies maybe as much ahead as possible, a maximum of 12 months, like you said. But what if I have to make a claim? I have paid 12 months ahead. On the 4th month, then I have to make a claim. Am I going to get my money back for the rest of the 12 months?
If it's an individual cover or a policy that will then cease to exist after you claim, you get a refund. But if it's a policy that has a continuity option, or it's a family cover, everyone else is still there, it's just that that particular member of the family has passed on, then the policy continues, you're still covered. There won't be any refund. You only get a refund if your policy will then cease to exist.
Perfect. Let's move on to the next question. One question, this was a UHI customer, says, do I get cash back if I do not claim for a year?
Unfortunately, sir, we do not have that as yet. But maybe as time goes on, we will have cashback options.
All right. Another question, again, UHI customer says, do you have a premium holiday if I lose my job? I guess with all this happening, people are worried, should I lose my job and I'm unable to pay for 3 months whilst I'm looking for the next job, do I get a premium holiday? And this is for UHI.
Unfortunately, you do not, sir. You have to keep your policy active. Hence, us advising you to pay in advance so that you're always covered. Be it such things happen, you know that I am covered as I am looking for another job.
All right. I'm looking at this question. I'm trying to pick out the ones that have not been discussed or touched on so far. Am I refunded for premiums paid in advance? Oh yeah, that we have answered. Payment holidays, that we have answered. Most of these questions, I think we have touched on them, Ms. Ngabinde. Do I get a refund on cancelled policy if I have never claimed? I guess this one is under United General Insurance. The question, which is similar but may be the answer may be slightly different. Do I get a refund on a cancelled policy if I have never claimed? This is short-term insurance, United General Insurance.
No, sir, you do not get a refund, sir.
Why?
Because insurance is not a saving scheme. We provide, you're insured. The moment you take up a policy, you're insured. We were with you. We provided the service, even if you didn't get to claim, but the service, we were there for you.
That's right. That is the beauty. The beauty of it, or the other side of this mirror, is that the moment that you get, especially under United General Insurance, the moment you are covered, you pay for your insurance. Coming from there, should you say you pay your insurance for your vehicle, should you get into an accident 30 minutes after paying your premium, we will pay you, we will cover your loss in that case. So likewise, to say then, if you have not claimed, should you get a refund? Hence the answer, not quite. There are products which may do give a cashback, but in our portfolio currently, we do not have those type of products as yet. Thank you, Ms. Ngabinde. I think I'm happy with what we have covered so far. Ms. Dlamini, is there anything else on your side, Cynthia?
Yes, Mr. Barrett, thank you so much, Mrs. Dlamini, for assisting us with this one. There is a question that was posed by a client here, asking that if they can make one single payment, if they have multiple policies, and then they can just make, are they able to make one single payment for all the policies? Which platforms can they use, and which probably shouldn't they use when making a payment for multiple policies?
Okay. Well, for multiple policies, if you want to have if you have multiple policies and you'd like to pay for them, we had touched on it earlier. We usually ask you to reference using your cell phone number. In all our systems, we have your cell phone number. So say what we have does not tally with the money that we received, then we can always contact you saying, sorry, Ms. Dlamini, we received this particular amount. Kindly advise us on which policies you were paying for. And again, say you're using your EFT, you could always send us your proof of payment. Then maybe in the body of the email, you list the policies that you are paying for. In that way, it is easy for us to allocate the premiums according to what or how you were wishing to pay for them. So your EFT, you can pay for multiple policies and lumping that particular premium. For using your mobile money, you can do that as well. Unfortunately, with Imali, you cannot do that because you select that particular policy that you are paying for, so it cannot be lumped. Then with debit order, it can be lumped from our end as long as we have a similar account number and one deduction date for all the policies that you wish to pay for.
Thank you so much, Ms. Ngabinde, on that one. I think probably that was quite clear because we as a group company, as a group holding company, we have quite a number of subsidiaries under us. So we have some loyal clients that have a policy or policies under each and every one of the subsidiary companies. So it is quite important for them to have that clarification, because someone will say, no, I'm just paying to United Holdings. They should have details for all my policies, for my car, my house, a funeral policy, medical aid, and everything. So yeah, it's quite really important for us to clarify that to our clients. The other question, I'm not sure if probably we covered it earlier on. I just had my network cut a bit. Is that are we able to refund a client if they had paid an annual premium and then the person dies probably in between the year? Are we able to refund them the other premiums for the rest of the year?
Yes, Ms. Lamini. If the policy will cease to exist, will refund you the premiums that were paid in advance. But if it's a policy that will continue having, that is, say, if it was a family cover, just a member passed on, the policy will continue running. So we won't refund you your premiums, but it will continue cover the family, the rest of the members that are still alive. But if it's an individual cover and after we claim, the policy will then cease to exist, then you are eligible to get a refund.
Thank you so much, Ms. Ngabinde. I think just to clarify on why probably we do not refund you for the balance of the premiums should it happen, one of the members, if you had opened a family funeral cover or a family cover, the rest of the family members are still living, so they still need cover. It doesn't mean that the policy holder has passed on, then we do not want to, the policy ceases to exist. We have a continuity option if ever probably the father or the head of the family, if it's the father, dies and the other spouse remains behind. The spouse is able to continue with the policy and pay the premiums. It's quite a good thing as well. I think probably should we have some clients wanting to come through to the branches? We do have branches across the country where our clients can actually visit us to get our services. Though, to specify, though we do not encourage you to come to the branch if there is no need for you to come to the branch. We are here today to encourage you to use the alternative means of making payments and alternative means of contacting us, because you may need assistance, but not to pay. There is a way of contacting us, of getting that assistance through our contact center on the number 800-1010, which is a toll-free line. You do not have to have a cent on your airtime. You do not have to use any cent, even if you are using a landline. So it's 800-1010. You are able to get assistance through our contact center on any issues with regards to your payments and any issues with regards to your policy. You are able to get assistance. Another number that you can use to contact our contact center is our cell phone number, which is also available on WhatsApp, which is 7808-8050. 7808-8050. There might be an instance where you pay and you feel like the premiums are not reflecting. I need them to confirm. So you can call those numbers and get assistance from our contact center. Should it happen that you have paid your premiums and probably you want to alert our collections department about you paying your premiums, you can email your proof of payments to collections@united.co.za. That's collections@united.co.za. You can do a screenshot of your mobile money payment or your e-money payment. You can actually send us your proof of payments from your EFTs. You can contact us with any query. You can use the 2 numbers that I mentioned, our WhatsApp line and our toll-free line, or you can email to collections@united.co.za. Should you probably, Ms. Ngabinde mentioned that we also do group deductions. Should you feel like, you know what, I feel like my group is not paying the amount on time, or because you feel like I may want to claim and my policy is not up to date. To check if your group is actually up to date, you can use those contact numbers as well, because sometimes you may find that simthembile make simelane ukuthi utasivelele emahhovisini ka-United Holdings. Melania probably faces a crisis at home and forgets that she has to go and pay those premiums. So it is important for you to actually contact our offices. I usually stress this on our VOC program every Friday, that should you have any problems or should you have any questions that you need to ask, do contact us. Do not rely on hearsays. Do contact us and hear it from the horse's mouth, so they say. So do contact our offices through our toll-free line 800-1010. Our WhatsApp number 7808-8050. I know we have a number of clients today that have actually commented wanting to hear more about our health insurance. We are going to organize a session where we'll be having our health insurance gentlemen, which we had the previous weeks, so that they can actually tell you more about it and you can find out more. Otherwise, thank you so much, Ms. Ngabinde, Mrs. Dlamini. I love the Mrs. Dlamini. Please don't persecute me for that one. The Mrs. Dlamini is dear to my heart. Thank you so much for joining us. Unfortunately, Ms. Ngwenya couldn't join us today, but definitely she is coming back. She is going to join us in upcoming programs, because we have quite a lot to discuss as you get to know your insurer. Mr. Per.
Indeed, Simpiwe, this is it has been a wonderful program. It has been a pleasure having Ms. Ngabinde on this show. Just to sum it up, Simpiwe, the alternative ways, or maybe let me say some of the alternative ways, just in case I miss one or two, that Ms. Ngabinde has talked about: debit orders, stop orders, scheduled payments, Momo Pay, eMali, group payments, and of course, cash. But what we are saying about cash during these times, it may not be necessarily feasible or safe for you to actually come to our branches to pay using cash. We are encouraging you to adopt the new payment and alternative ways of paying. Our branches remain open and available to you to inquire about any other things where you cannot phone or you are unable to call our call center, the numbers given, our WhatsApp number, and you prefer to walk in and face somebody to tell you, explain to you certain issues about your policy, or you want to take up a new policy. Our staff in our branches, in our different branches, we've got 11 branches across the whole country. They are there ready to service you, but do not necessarily, you don't need to come in to make your 11 Rand payment for your Tinkhundla policy. You just need to do that using your mobile money. It's cheaper for you than to actually board a bus or a combi to come through. Thank you, Ms. Ngabinde. It has been a pleasure. I'm looking forward to having you once again sometime in the near future.
Thank you for having me, sir. Good evening.
It was a pleasure. As for me, it's been a pleasure being here. I look forward to the next show next week, Thursday. Simpiwe. You
Thank you
and
so
I,
much, Mr. Pere.
you and I are only digital friends, nah?
Yes, we've become digital friends because of situations that are beyond our control. But this too shall pass. This too shall pass. We shall go back to our prize. We shall go back to our parties and gatherings after COVID, after everything that is happening. We are looking forward to a better tomorrow. We are hoping our clients are also going to be keeping safe throughout the weekend, even tomorrow. Ingwenyama has called us to Esibayeni. We are hoping Emaswati will keep safe and protect themselves. Visit the branch only because you have to, not because you want to, not because you haven't seen Mrs. Dlamini in a long time. You just want to say hi. You can always FaceTime here. You can always ask her to send you a picture, but do not come to the branches because you haven't seen Ms. Dlamini in a long time, but come to the branch because you require very important services. So our toll-free line is open, 810 between 8 and 5 from Monday to Friday, between 8 to 1 p.m. on Saturdays. We also have our WhatsApp line, 7808-8050, where you can actually contact us. As United Holdings, we are saying, through everything that you are facing, we are willing to be of assistance in any possible way we can. We have a wide range of insurance products that can be available for you to actually access. We also have should you know that mid-month crisis that happens, we have Umlamleli that has been newly introduced for you to be able to meet your mid-month, to actually conquer your mid-month crisis. They say that there can be too much month at the end of the month of the money. So we do not want too much month at the end of the money, but we need to make sure that we meet our expenses. Through United Pay, you can be able to get a quick loan conveniently online as well, because you don't have to come to the branches. They are saying do everything wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Thank you, Mrs. Dlamini, Ms. Gabinde. Thank you, Mr. William Pere. Have a lovely weekend that is upcoming. Enjoy yourselves.
Bye-bye.